offensive line, lean on them, and then take some play action chunks after they get that run game going.
First down, they get to Jordan Mason on the left side, and there is nothing there. He's going to lose the yard that time. Chiefs have been excellent against the run, but now the offense, right? You know who they're not with. They still don't have Christian McCaffrey. Tom just told you Deebo Samuel's all banged up. They don't have Jawan Jennings today, and actually he's been their best receiver this year.
Well, he certainly has, certainly in critical situations. He's done a great job beating man coverage. That's what Christian McCaffrey was so good at too. So they're missing some of their man coverage players, and this is one defense that's going to force you to beat man coverage. So they're up there tight. They always lead the league in pressure on the receivers. They're going to do more of that today.
The 37, there's a penalty flag.
Flag is down.
That's Alan Eck, our referee today, will make this call.
Alex Kemp is our referee.
For 64 offense. 10-yard penalty.
Yes.
It's going to be tough to overcome holding penalties all day. Again, you're playing against a team that challenges you in all these situations. There's Brenda right there at center. He's got his hands getting a little outside, and that little tug was just enough for that call. Again, you want to be physical, you want to get your hands on them, but you can't do it when they get outside your body, and you just gotta let them go.
Ricky Pearsall, the first-round draft pick in the game for the first time for San Francisco.
Yes.
Attempt at San Francisco, and obviously just thankfully he's okay. The bullet went in through his chest and out, and miraculously he's back on the field today. I mean, it's an amazing story.
Yeah, amazing story, and they're counting on him because they're going to need different players to step up. Again, with Jennings out, they bring in Pearsall. They have high expectations as a first-round pick. What a, again, miraculous situation.
Early ball here is committed to use transition around the room. To the 35, still going to be 5 yards short. It'll be 4th down and 5, and the punt team will come on out.
Well, there's no great play calls on 3rd and 21 when you look down at your play call sheet.
Yeah.
You're thinking 3rd and 7, you get to 3rd and 21, but that's what those holding penalties do, and obviously a situation to improve the punt, and they did that.
It's only the 6th 3 and out for the 49ers all year long. They're the best in the league at that, but the Chiefs forced it on the opening drive. Penalty helped. And now it's Wisnowski to punt it away to McCole Hardman. Side-winding kick off the foot of Wisnowski. Takes a 49ers bounce. And good roll down to the 15. It goes up where the Chiefs will start out.
Hello,
Kevin Burkhardt, and hello to Patrick Mahomes, who has only known success against Kyle Shanahan and these 49ers. When I talked to him this week, he said he was so excited for this matchup. He said this is as big of a regular season game as you can get. He said, I love going up against the best. The biggest key for him today, he said, extreme focus. Why? Because it could come down to one play. As Tom Brady mentioned, one play could decide this entire game. A lot of respect between these two teams.
No doubt about it. And Chiefs will start from their own 15. Kareem Hunt back in Kansas City off a big game a couple weeks ago. They'll get it on the swing pass on the tackle. It gets absolutely decked that time by Dean Winters. And so here is Mahomes, who, ironically, Tom, a lot of career lows in these categories for him through 5 games, but it doesn't matter. They're 5-0.
Yeah, well, he cares about wins more than anything else. And yeah, the stats aren't there, but that's okay because he's winning. And when you win, that's what the job of the quarterback is. You evolve from being this quarterback that wants to throw 50 touchdowns, and he's done that. To win a Super Bowl, he's done that. Now he's focused on what do I need to do today to get my team to win, regardless of the variables.
Up the middle, and there's not much there. Maybe a yard or so, bring up a 3rd down and long for this Chiefs offense. And look, part of the reason is that explosive quotient is really gone, right? They've got injuries. They lost Rashee Rice for the year as the #1 receiver. He was off to a great start. Hollywood Brown, they signed to be a deep threat. He got hurt for the season started. So facing Mahomes and Kelsey, and they're trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure it out. They're going to have to use a bunch of different
36. Four-man rush. Mahomes underneath Hartman. First down and more. McCoy Hartman turns on his speed up across the 35 and a conversion on 3rd and 6 to Hartman, one of the Super Bowl heroes for the Chiefs.
Really good motion here by Hartman across the field. Causes some communication here with Lenore. And then they get Hartman matched up on Warner, and it's just too much quickness in and out of his break. As soon as Hartman puts his foot in the ground, he's exploding back to the sideline. There's no way for the linebacker to keep up with it.
Here's Hunt. Makes a nice little cut. Lenore comes up to the secondary to take him down after a 2-yard gain. For the San Francisco defense, you look at where they are. There's a lot of newer names here. Tom, they've had some injuries as well, and brought in a couple guys in free agency. They've got some young guys playing in the secondary too, and Mustafa and Green. A lot of time in that Seattle game and played pretty well, but they still have the stalwarts like Bolsa and Warner and Charvarius Ward, the guys you know. Good seam up the middle for Hunt. He's going to be about a yard or so short of the first down, so 3rd and 1.
This is what I appreciate about what we've seen from the Chiefs offense thus far. They only go forward. There are very few penalties, there's very few negative runs, there's very few sacks. So when you do that, and you continue to move the ball forward, you get 30 shorts. And you're able to take advantage of a lot of different options as an offense. They've done that all season. I would say they're very efficient, maybe not as explosive in the past, but again, that's good enough for a 5-0 record.
Fields it, throws it incomplete, trying to get to Xavier Irby, the speedster. Good coverage there. Nick Bosa was applying the pressure.
Very good team defense. Got Bosa here at the top of the screen. And he just applies enough pressure. Patrick is trying to wait out some of those crossing routes. But believe me, a guy like Nick Bosa, that's the problem with him. When you break the huddle, you're already feeling his impact, and you're thinking, I got to get this ball out of my hands at some point. He's so good, so talented. That's why. Oh,
it's a sneak, and Tracy got his short. They pulled a fake on the fake punt. San Francisco is ready.
protector, and the Niners are not buying it. They stuff them. Oh yeah, Nick, I'd be happy to.
And by Geico. Savings and service. Get more with Geico. Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Venom, The Last Dance, in theaters October 25th. And by Geico. Get more with Geico.
No score. The Chiefs were denied on a fake punt on 4th down. A situation that analytically said go for it, but the 49ers were ready, got a stop, and now they've got great field position on the Kansas City 45 after going 3 and out on their opening drive. The penalty included in that. On a fake, Purdy looking deep, sets this ball for it. Now it's intercepted. There's nobody there at all. It's picked up by Keith Reed, and Reed finally getting it down. Well, I'm not sure who Purdy was looking for there, but it was all Chiefs, and Reed has the biggest first of the year.
One thing that Purdy has not done much of is force the ball. They run a bootleg. They've been running the ball early. They try to fake the run to the left. Purdy pulls it. Feels a little pressure for Karlaftis. Tries to pull up, and he's not going to.
It's picked off. Yes.
as a second tight end. Again, they dealt with some of these injuries, so you got to insert other people in the lineup. So it's not another receiver, now it's another tight end. They're using more two tight end groupings than they have in the past, and Patrick obviously has a lot of trust in Mark Graham. You see him, when you design plays for guys, you know they count on him.
3 tight ends here, and he's going to throw far side. That's caught by Worthy. A first-round draft pick out of Texas who just can absolutely fly. Set the 40 record at the combine, a 4.21. They're trying to get him involved. And Purdy trying to look at what happened there. And you see, look, protect the ball. He's 14-0. When he doesn't, they're 6-7.
Especially, I know we can always talk about turnovers every single week. No turnovers, no turnovers, no turnovers. The reality is, you turn the ball over like that, and they basically force one on the fake punt, and then you give it right back to them. You lose all that momentum that you just gained. Really a disappointing play for the 49ers.
Really good coverage by DeAndre Lenore. Essentially, he was drafted because of his speed, and the Chiefs obviously looking to get back some of that speed. His route tree is growing by week, trying to get him more and more involved.
Trying to get him more involved. It's either quick throws or screens to him, or it stings down the field. And that's what happens a lot of times with young players. They're coming from college. Maybe they're not so developed. So you want them involved in the game because they have playmaking ability, but you need to get them to do things that they're familiar with. He'll grow in this offense. He's going to be a dynamic player for this team for a long time.
In motion now, 34. Pressure. Sets away. Fred Warner's going to get to it, but not before Mahomes picked it up with his legs.
I love this term, a play extender. And that's what he does such a good job of, that sneaky creativeness in the pocket. The 49ers have actually got up there and played some man coverage. They did on second down. Patrick scanning the field. And the one thing you can't do with Patrick is run by him. When you're back there like Bosa was, there's no impact you can make on the play, then you're just chasing him. They're so good inside with Smith and Humphrey and Tooney on the edge and tackle. They're a little vulnerable. The 49ers know that as well.
Oh, no.
As a successful CFO, I have one.
Can make an impact without necessarily sacking the quarterback. They get in throwing lanes. Winters does a great job in kind of holding off Gray. It makes it a one-on-one throw. But there's not a big window there, so Patrick's got to drive it. And when you drive it, you got to tell your defensive line, get your hand up, fellas. Try to get some pass breakups, and they got it at the D-line. That's just great team defense. Davis coming down with the interception. I'm sure he wasn't coming to this game thinking he'd have a pick. Some crazy things happening early.
It's already a wild start. He's Purdy underneath and has a completion in. He's got it up to the 40. He goes to pick up 8. And it's been an uneven year for him. He held out the whole year, and he's only had really one game against Arizona that was big. Every game else, he's been pretty quiet.
Yeah, been quiet. And again, I think that late start to training camp will always set you back a little bit. You're going to come in there, and now you're trying to get your legs underneath you. And he had a kind of a breakout game when we were here a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But a lot different than probably what we saw last year, where he's an elite route runner. They fed him the ball in a lot of man situations. Again, they're missing some other guys. They need him to step up big.
He's Mason, and he's going to be a little short on a first down. Got a situation with Deebo Samuel downstairs. Tom, what's up?
Maybe Deebo Samuel's not out there holding his helmet right now. The entire last defensive series, that's a picture of what he was like, wearing that oxygen mask, consulting with the doctor right now. We told you, pregame, he came down with an illness during drills, was told he was expected to play, but he has remained on the bench. They've placed a fan directly behind him to try to cool him off. Boy, they're depleted. They need him.
Yeah, already we got Juwan Jennings coming into this game. Obviously, the Packers fan. He's not going to get that third and one. Second and one run, third and one with one run, and no yards. And now what do you do?
They've done such a good job defending the inside run game. They've seen it here early, but guys like Morton and Jones just so physical up front. Force them to get in there, and the analytics say go for it. Again, there's a lot of things that these tight games, those are big time decisions.
What would you do?
I'd punt early in the game, still 0-0. Again, why inject that adrenaline into the other team? They're playing on the road. You gotta love your crowd noise. Make them drive a long field. And at that point, make them earn it. Don't necessarily just get these.
This one, you're on the lots. Good listen to you, Tom. I just went up there for a while. Bottled it for a second, but hauls it in inside the 10. So East defense making some big plays early. Chiefs will get it back scoreless in the first. Downstairs we go to Aaron.
Well, Kev, earlier in the week, Juju Smith-Schuster popped up on the injury report with a hamstring injury. Here's a shot of him after a play. He walked off in the field. I can see him right now. He has his helmet off. He is questionable return with a hamstring injury. Andy Reid talked to the media this week, and he said he didn't think it would be an issue. Looks like it is right now, though.
And so Sky Moore, we may see more of him, who's barely played this year. Three tight ends here with a pitch to him. Look at the field.
Secondary and a third down. Wow, he like a missile from the 50-yard line up here. That is what an NFL tackle looks like. Mustafa coming out from his cover 4 safety position where you do have a little run force and absolutely destroys the running back. In the open, we did talk about defense, and this is certainly more defense I'm going to see based on these guys getting injured too.
Here's Brody. Last time. Lets it fly. Kittle was the intended receiver, but honestly, he was kind of break on Reed. Now, a flag at the end. Nick Bolton is saying, wait a second, what did I do?
Yeah, tight call, and I can see why Reed is a little frustrated. He had outside leverage on Kittle, and Kittle was running an outside
flag
breaking
coming.
route. And Kittle was trying to work across his leverage.
Number 20, he's like,
Kittle running up the field, and again, Reed's
Travis Kelce.
He's got inside help, so George is trying to fight over the top, and there's just a little hand flying. I don't know, Mike, what do you think?
Well, I think if it's not pass interference, it's clearly illegal conduct. He's more than 5 yards downfield.
Defense now in his 6th year with the Chiefs. Goes back with Andy Reid a long time. Fakes to Mason.
Oh, is nearly intercepted.
It is, and they're not really doing anything in the run game. Once they realize these guys are passing, look at this play by Bolton. Just sitting right in the window, staring at Purdy. That was going to be a really tight window throw there by Purdy. Trying to get the ball to Ayuk. Really good defensive play. They are on it today. Playing with their instincts, playing with their power. Sorry, they're one of the top-ranked defenses in the league.
There's Mason. 3 carries for May Yards so far. That's how good progress. You know, Tom, I'm curious with Mason. He's playing with separation. I mean, he heard it against Seattle 10 days ago. And as a physical running back, do you think that's affecting him today?
I definitely think that plays a part. And I think when you have those shoulder injuries for a back that lowers his shoulder as much as he does, it definitely takes a toll. He's been a tremendous runner. He's been a workhorse for this team. But they're going to need other players. One of the guys that I was expected to be in the backfield, who's been there a lot, is Debo.
He's in now.
Yeah, now he's in a receiver, but I don't think they're going to... Probably shouldn't use him in those creative ways that they've used him the course of this season. Get him in every more situation until he feels good. Good, just a poor read. There was nothing there, and glad the ball was actually at his ankles, because if it was waist high, that could have been going the other direction. Those bunch concepts, sometimes they unfold, and Purdy ends up maybe protecting his field goal.
So they're going to try field goal here. Their third kicker in 3 weeks is the former Packer Anders Carlson. His last kick was on this field, a miss in the divisional playoff game against Green Bay. This one from 55 yards out. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it's
49ers made the field goal.
Kick actually a career long with the 49ers. 55 yards out. Pretty impressive, too, for Kyle Shanahan to give him the confidence to do it. Jake Moody got hurt on a kickoff return tackle 2 weeks ago. And then Matthew Wright, they signed him, and he gets hurt in a kickoff return. So they're on the third kicker in 3 weeks. And Carlson, that is a good start. He kicks off here, and the Chiefs will start 21-30. And so we knew that both teams were banged up a little bit offensively, Tom, right? And now you add each team has lost a wide receiver in this game, and you're like, okay, how are they going to score?
For all that, it's a 3-0 game for the Niners, but you're right, both quarterbacks have to understand this is going to be a very low-scoring game. Points are going to be hard to come by. Yards are going to be hard to come by. You can't make any critical turnovers. It's so important. Turnovers, field position. How can I just manage the offense? And again, I have a lot of faith in Patrick to be able to do that. Needs to do the same thing for his team. Give them a chance to win late in the game.
By the way, Mike Carrera, nice pink tie out there in our shot. Well done, my friend. Here's the home side of the screen. They'll get it in the middle. Look, the first of all, he's leaping over people. And he's got a first down. That was Gray, not forcing. Heck of an athletic play to the backup tight end, but he plays a lot this year.
I'll tell you, when you start calling screen plays for the tight end, you know you like them. Took a big hit there by Mustafa right on the knee. And that's one factor that the Niners defense is so good at. Winners coming in there to clean it up. Good team defense and good execution to start the drive by the Chiefs.
Such a great game. Wide open over the middle and down to the 40 he goes.
Wow. Really good play design. They just have this switch release right there. Kelsey on the under, Gray down the middle. Confuses Warner. When he goes with Kelsey, that leaves the middle of the field exposed, wide open to Gray. No one near him. Really good.
That'll take us to the end of quarter number 1.
He knows he's got Gray right behind it. So you lose Juju. Now you're looking down at your call sheet and you're like, all right, where are my tight end plays? Oh, here they are. Go out there, you put your 2 tight ends on the field that you trust. You get a big play right down the middle of the field.
Coming near side, Harden has to move and he gets through the Harden. It's full blocking down inside the 20. There's the speed. We got a great play design too, and a block from Kelsey leading the way.
We talk about Kelsey and his ability in the pass game. Here he is the lead blocker just out here on Brown, not giving it up, leading the way for Hardeman. Get that jet sweep to your fast receiver. Look, forget the middle of that defense. Let's go to the perimeter. Let's go and get the ball to our speedsters outside the line of scrimmage. Hardeman's one of those guys. He's performing
to him so well in big games. They're going to need him to step up to it, Juju, as well.
And you want Kelsey doesn't have a target today in the pass game. They're doing all the little things. Hunt gets passed off him, and they still going to get media yard. As there's not much room to run there. Lee Collins inside, and Andy Reid. Look, we know he's a great play caller, but you get really creative today, right? You know you're short-handed now if you just miss shoot your out.
Yeah, and that's challenging for a play caller anytime you're losing bodies, because a lot of times when you design plays, you're thinking, who's my number one read? Okay, it's either going to be Travis Kelce or it's going to be, in that case, Juju. Earlier in the season, it was Rashee Rice. So his constant ability to adapt, that's so much about what this Chief offense is. There's nobody better suited in the NFL than Andy Reid to be the play caller in this situation.
Penalty flag flies. They took it off the green line. He is smart. Dean Winters on the
Until
tackle.
it's not holding.
Offside, lining up the neutral zone, number 97 defense.
You did. You jumped offside. Yes.
So they get it on Nick Bosa. Trying to get a little extra edge.
Not reading his lips there, but I kind of know what he's feeling and thinking. And he's thinking, we got him stopped on the screenplay. We gave him an easy 5 yards, and Nick's just thinking about getting to that quarterback, as he always does.
Fake to Randy. It doesn't get away. Randy's coming on the first down. He's knocked out of bounds there. He's actually got the most touchdowns on the Chiefs before. 2 rushing and 2 receiving. You can see that speed.
He's got that great speed, and it started with the first game of the season when they gave him the reverse. Again, when you have these young players, you need to get them involved. Not everybody has a fifth-year veteran at, as a backup receiver. You draft a guy in the first round, you're going to want to use him. What does he have? Elite speed. The easiest thing to do is just hand him the ball, and some of these Jets mates are running deep. That's a lot of what this offense does. And they're going to find ways to continue to integrate him more and more as he gains confidence.
You did. You jumped offside again.
Let's see if we can uncover this. They have lined up in the neutral zone again. I think they did.
Offside, W neutral zone, number 90 defense. Half the distance to the goal. Replay, first down.
Twice on the drive. That time it's Kenneth Gibbons.
Yeah, just jumping the snap, and usually it doesn't happen as much when you're the home team because of all the crowd noise. Usually you're going on the ball, but Patrick always does a good job of inflecting his voice and little snapping the quarterback can go to the team.
Carson Wentz is on the quarterback. They get inside over to the front, and he gets through the run. How about that scenario?
Incredible. There he is. Oh, he likes it. Get a little juice over there, Carson. I know you want to go in there and throw the ball, but again, more creative play design. I don't know how many formations do you see like this? You got Hunt back there, you got Kelsey, Patrick, 2 quarterbacks. I thought Detroit uses a lot of formation. I think the Chiefs can go toe-to-toe with them. They always have crazy plays in the red zone.
This play's going down.
A false start.
Too many men on the defense.
No 12 men on the field. Yes.
3 defensive penalties on this drive for the 49ers, who are not a highly penalized team.
One of the lower ones.
They are.
Again, it's a challenge when you get up to penalties, and the Niners had the offensive one, defensive one's definitely not a trendy one.
Did you ever ask Bill Belichick for a formation of 2 quarterbacks in the backfield?
Bill, we threw one pass. David Gibbons threw a reverse pass early in my career, and after that he said, there are no other receivers throwing passes other than you. And then of course we tried winning the Super Bowl and they dropped it. Please don't remind me of that.
Second and goal.
Yeah, touchdown. Kareem Hunt.
Very simple play when you get down here inside the one. You go behind the 3 guys on the interior. Tooney on the pole. And Hunt just gets inside of it. And again, it's such a good drive by the Chiefs.
mitigating a lot of offensive risk. There was a lot of really high percentage plays in that, the jet sweeps, screen passes, good solid football. When you lose some guys and you're gaining your ground, you want those great reward, low risk plays, and they found them on the drive.
And the extra point by Bucker up and good. So the Chiefs put together a really nice drive. Turnovers, a fake block punt that was stuffed. Some wild plays in the early going. And now the 49ers are trying to figure out how to get some offense. But first, time for today's player snapshot brought to you by Google Pixel. And we take a look at Chris Jones, the absolute star in the middle of that Chiefs defense, who three-time Super Bowl champ, leads NFL defensive tackles in sacks, tackles for loss, and quarterback hits for 2022. He has been so good, and yet seems to somehow still be overlooked. I'm not sure how that's possible, but
there's so many good things for this defense. When you really have an anchor like that on your defense, what they do with him is they move him inside and outside. He's looking for those matchups. The one place I would never expect him to be is over Trent Williams. He'll be everywhere else, and he wreaks havoc on that offense.
The 49ers need to get something going. They've got 30 minutes of offense. There's a decent start with George Kittle, who makes the catch. That's his first catch today. Brock Purdy was just 1 of 4 passing before that.
So limited on offense, and Ayuk hasn't done much, Debo hasn't done much, Kittle hasn't done much. You're 4 minutes into the second quarter, your quarterback's thrown for 16 yards. Not a lot of offensive production. I love the way the Chiefs' offense went down the field with those low-risk plays. Let's see if the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan's offense can develop some of those things. What they have in their offense, again, I think with Debo out, that threw a few things off here early. We'll see if they can settle in the game and find some of those plays on that call sheet.
Samuel's only played 3 snaps. This one's took the deep. That's happened multiple times already today. That makes it 3rd down.
It's tight coverage, and it also looks like Purdy's just very indecisive in the pocket. And when you throw the ball that low, you hit the ball right in Pooney's helmet. And I understand driving the ball, and you need to do that in those tight windows, but it just doesn't look quite settled back there right now. And he's going to have to find his groove here.
That's Chris Conley in motion. What's up?
Out the gate. Special teams errors for this Niner team has been very frustrating. Frustrating for Shanahan, frustrating for their special team coach Brian Schneider. They have not figured out their special teams unit. It has really let them down this year.
Completion there, and that is the first catch by Travis Kelce today for 5. Special teams for the 49ers have been a problem, really, for a couple years, to be honest. I mean, look at this year. Kickoff return touchdown allowed. That was against Seattle. Then a block punt, a fake punt conversion allowed. 2 kickers injured. You go back to the Super Bowl last year. They missed a critical extra point. They had a muff punt, which killed them. Gave away the momentum. Chiefs scored a couple plays later for the 16. It's been a theme, and it had some air for Harden's 55-yard return.
gain. They got a great punt return. Hand the ball off. Okay, now throw a screen pass again. Bosa doesn't buy it, but they're still in decent position here at 35. Again, not as explosive as what they've been, but they are efficient. And they keep this third down game. He's looking over to the left to Kelsey's got an option route, and they end up doubling him. Patrick looks to the left. He sees the double. There's 3 on 2. He's like, nope, not going there. Let me just find my way into the pocket. I thought he was going to run it, but Worthy with so much space, and man, the wizardry of Patrick Mahomes is just awesome. You got to keep him in the pocket.
Worthy was going to score there, but Mustafa says no.
From up here, it looked just like an open highway, and Mustafa comes out of nowhere. Look at this hit. Gray out in front, Morris out in front. You cut back, and you are dealing with that. That is called caving in your face mask. Again, more low risk, high reward plays for the Chiefs. They got him. Tight ends out there, 2 tight end formations, 3 tight end formations, keeping this Niners defense relatively simple. And believe me, they're charting on the sideline. Okay, these are the coverages we're playing. Then you go in here as you adjust through the second quarter into halftime, right? These are the things we're going to take advantage coverage-wise. So, very good scheme by the Chiefs offense.
Meanwhile, we'll be right back after these messages.
The first timeout called by Andy Reid.
Receivers left. Kareem Hunt is around the ground, and he goes in motion.
Aggressive on the tackle. They feel like they read the screen, and Winters beats Humphreys coming out for the block. They're just a little too aggressive, and that pursuit isn't there in time. And more screen plays. This is one of the offenses in the NFL. Always one of the top 3 teams in the league in screen plays. Taking advantage of this over-aggressiveness today.
Another touchdown, yes! Kareem Hunt again.
That's what an addition he's been. Kareem Hunt just plays with that power, running through the arm tag. Look at those legs move. Continue to drive, pushing his way all the way into the end zone. And this guy's come back. He's done some great things for this team. Totally unexpected, but got that interior offensive line. They're going to continue to run behind him. He's a great runner for this offense.
Yeah, this one up and good. You saw Hunt lose the...
Asking to come back is called a flash block. You go all the way back and you got to get your guy on the ground, and that's Nick Bosa. That's not anyone that's very easy to get on the ground, but run behind the interior 3, Cooney, Humphrey, Smith. That's the strength of this offense. And it's just power football. Let's get the ball, get it interior offensive line that we spent a lot of money on. Big investment there, and it's paying off today.
Meanwhile, running backs going against the Chiefs defense do not do well. That is the bottom line. And you look at week 1, Derrick Henry and the Ravens rushed a good game against him, right? But guess what? Since then, forget it. They had Bijan Robinson 31 yards. All right, keep going. J.K. Dobbins 32 yards. These are really good players that they're shutting down. Alvin Kamara 26 yards. And today, Jordan Mason has 4 yards. He's second in the NFL in rushing coming into today.
I give Steve Spagnuolo a lot of credit. He's a defense player. He just doesn't want to concede any yards, KB. Doesn't in the run game, doesn't in the pass game. He's an incredible coach.
Here's a nice little save this time by the penalty.
Holding.
Back again. That's been an issue for the 49ers today. So that's their 5th penalty.
Yes.
Didn't look like he grabbed him much, but he did reach his arm out. And when you're extended from your body, it takes very little to see. Mike?
It's just one of those that's near the point of attack, and if that was at all away from that, it's not enough, but they're calling those pretty technically right at the point of attack.
Isaac Correndo comes in the backfield for the first time. Even Mason is spelled. I would do that. I mean, I'll tell you what, that's the first down other than that penalty. San Francisco's out. They're going to pitch it to Randall, trying to get to the edge. That's tough to do against KC with the speed. He's got 3. All eyes turn to Big Noon Saturday. 4th ranked Ohio State squares up against Villanova and Nebraska in a pivotal Big Ten showdown. Starts at 10 a.m. Eastern with Big Noon kickoff live from Columbus, followed by Nebraska, Ohio State at noon. Only on Fox.
The challenging part for the 49ers at this point, you see Christian McCaffrey sitting on the sideline. I saw him in the pregame, and he seems to be feeling better. But now you're out of your script. You've lost, Debo pretty much is not feeling good. You're down 14-3. A lot of that variation we see from the 49ers just isn't there right now. It's going to be tough all the time.
Stacked. Yes.
And they're trying to run a counter protection, and nobody gets over there. Saubert can't get over there. They got 2 guys on them. Again, they just clip each other's heels. And you should be, oh man, that's one tomorrow morning where Kyle's saying, fellas, we got 2 guys on them. And you guys go over there and you fall on the ground. What are we doing?
Debo Samuel, we knew that he had the illness, as Tom told us. He's only played 3 snaps. Not over at 31. Flyers to take the break.
Had some space, but there was just 2 unblocked blitzers off the right side. And Purdy really couldn't set his feet. You're not aware of the pressure, but you got McDuffie coming off the right. Karlaftis, both are free. Purdy feels it and can't deliver an accurate ball. Just an average throw, but even worse pass protection. This is just not very typical of what we've seen from this 49ers offense.
It's the second time they got close to blocking the ball, but a good high kick by Wisconsin for the pass ball for at the 13. So the Chiefs with 4 minutes to go in this first half. Defensively, they've been great. They're in control of 14-3.
He handles himself, and he's still doing that today.
Lueders Sunday has had a big day with 2 rushing touchdowns. Stays on the ground here. 2-20. Meanwhile, we talked about Debo. He's only played 3 snaps today with the illness, and he's gone live from the room. I don't know if we're going to see him, but it's hurt the 49ers, among other things.
As I continue to think about Patrick, It's like, how do you evolve from being this MVP caliber player, 50 touchdowns, which we saw early in his career, to now the evolution to becoming the best winner in the NFL, which is ultimately your job. It's not stats, it's winning, putting your team in a position to win every game. He does that.
Kelsey's got enough for a first down. How hard is that throw?
He literally breaks every quarterback rule I ever learned. It's like, okay, let's roll to the right and then throw back to the left. Bill Belichick right now is at home, literally ripping his hair out, but he makes it look so easy, and
his vision is just ridiculous. He's got this spatial awareness in the pocket. Then he gets out of the pocket, and it's almost like he sees 3D. He's got this incredible sidearm delivery, and there's so many superlatives. Physically, what I see, I asked him yesterday, how do you feel mentally in the game? He said, I'm getting to the point where I'm really starting to slow down, which is scary to think there's more room for improvement than we already see.
Six right here, and it's a complete track in New Jersey. He was back in the game. Aaron Andrews told us he was checking out his knee earlier, so he's back. So he's just starting to figure out.
Well, he's starting to, there's a designated point in your career where you play enough games, enough situations, you're adjusting your game plan based on people being in and out, and you just get better and more comfortable. Even that last throw, I look at that throw and I say, that's a good incompletion. The guy's breaking out, the defender undercuts him, let me just throw it away and live for second down. It's winning football. That's what we should understand about what Patrick is doing.
He's Carson Steele in the game, gets his first carry, and breaks a couple of tackles. A lot of work for a gain of 2.
Every bridge to the one.
Some credit there. A little pass rush scheme. You get Bosa to be the stand-up linebacker. So they really couldn't chip him, and he gets free to the quarterback. D-line is playing well. It's just, again, some of those screen plays they can't really take care of. Those jet sweeps. Good job by Andy Reid, the way they're calling it. Good job by Patrick managing the game.
And there's penalties as well, so it might be going backwards even more. After a really good kick, 63 yards on the punt.
It's so hard in the NFL to reverse field, and we saw one by Hardman earlier where he could do that, but he had all that space. But no space there.
No.
Squeeze that one down pretty tight.
Yeah.
First half.
There it is. Boom! Good aim.
How about that? I mean, to add insult to injury, the flag hits Cowling on the return. And now the question is, how do the 49ers do something on offense? They've got 56 total yards.
Talking about one of the most efficient passers in the NFL since he came in. He's 3 of 9 today. A 7.9 quarterback rating. I think that speaks to the Chiefs' defense as much as it does to the injuries by the 49ers. It's going to be tough for them to move the ball in the passing game.
Holding.
I actually think he missed Kill right down the middle of the field. This is a coverage where they're protecting their inside. It's called two-man. This is where you actually want to throw the ball down the middle. Basically, it's a little different than the one that moved the ball in the passing game. Coverage where they're protecting their inside. It's called two-man. This is where you actually want to throw the ball down the middle.
Oh no, pass interference is called.
But in the same thing, when you see those safeties go to a too high defense, the area of the field that's open is the middle. That's where his eyes should have been. You're never going to hit that in cut. He's got to read that coverage and then know that that's his best opportunity for a big play.
Chiefs have played man defense, and they played more than anyone. They've played it a ton today, and the 49ers, as you said, have no answer so far. Penalty helps him there. 36 and a half. Blitz is coming. 32. That's a fly. That time it's high. Look at the rookie Pearsall trying to get his first NFL catch. But again, tight coverage, and that has been the theme all day, as it was in the Super Bowl.
Tight coverage, man coverage. They get up there in your face. Here they are. This is one on Kittle, and it's within a yard of separation. Nothing here. Watson with good coverage. And you got Ayuk. This is the one that got away from him. Yeah, that's the one we got to make. We don't know how many we're going to get today. That's how you feel as an offense. You know, guys, we're struggling to get off this press. We got to make the plays when we're there. It's hard to get open. When we get open, make the catch.
The second timeout called by Andy Reid.
His life and the bullet went in his chest and out his back, and obviously, thank goodness, survived. And here he is, his first NFL catch. Good for Ricky Pearsall. Halftime show coming up with Kurt Menefee and the guys. Kurt, what do you got for us?
All right, thanks, Kevin. We're all ready for the Verizon halftime show for the Super Bowl rematch of Red Jersey Team. Plenty of highlights, including how the Red Hot Lions handed the Vikings their first loss. Okay, we don't have Usher for halftime, but we do have Strahan, Long, Bradshaw, and Johnson. Stuff to do.
You're doing all kinds of funny stuff there, Kurt. You had Brady as a hologram on the pregame show. It's like, what is going on here?
That was bizarre. I'm standing up here staring at the camera looking at those guys and saying, that was some sick technology.
3rd and 4. 124 and a half. Brady in trouble. Steps away. Catches one. That's Kittle. George Kittle.
Get some separation. Line him up off the line of scrimmage, 5 yards to the backfield, and he runs straight by Reed. A little underthrow by Purdy, very average throw. But it gives him a big play.
That's it. Now they get to Mason. Looking to make it. Mason tries to get out of bounds. Does not do it. It's Reed picked it up. And now Kyle Shanahan calls his first time out with 38 seconds to go in the half. And we'll be right back after this message.
And Kyle Shanahan calls his first timeout.
What's Danny doing?
3 Chiefs over the 49ers. 48 seconds to go in this first half. And San Francisco with 2 timeouts in field goal range. You know they'd like more if this offense has been so quiet against a really good Chiefs defense.
Uh-oh, we got injury player.
He's played 3 snaps. 49ers have concerns there, but right now their concern is this. 37 seconds to go in the first half. They're now 14-3. It's their first real drive of the day. 1 timeout to go.
Looks like pressure. Spagnuolo's got them all up there.
He's got 9. His first NFL catch. That's Jacob Cowling, 4th-round draft pick.
Really good call by Shanahan. I love that. You know, you got some backups in there. They haven't had a lot of play time. Let's not force them. And oh, I love that. No lace throw. My least favorite thing is playing a quarterback, getting the ball and throwing without laces. But it happens sometimes, especially when the ball's got to get out of your hands.
And Kyle Shanahan will take his last
So
timeout.
they use their last timeout. 30 seconds left, 2nd and 1. Options here are what?
Well, if they get the first down, they can obviously clock it, which means you just spike the ball, which is probably what you want to do. But I think Kyle's probably going to throw it here on 2nd down and not even do it. The important part from Purdy's standpoint without any timeouts is you can't take any seconds. falls down on that play. You got Cook in the middle of the field. Can you get some of these young receivers or younger guys that have not played as much, Cowan, Pearsall, let's see if they keep their legs underneath them, that haven't been called on too much this year to help. But with all the injuries, Ayuk going out, Debo not feeling well. They're going to play a lot more than they played all season long here in San
Now take us to the end of the first half.
Earlier, Patrick Mahomes managing the game, Andy Reid, they've been in this situation. I love how the Chiefs offense has adapted to what they're dealing with, which is they're down some skill guys too, but they're finding ways to still produce it.
Here's Scott Moore, who has it for the Chiefs, looking for a seam, up to the 29 or so. Downstairs to Tom Rinaldi we go.
Well, KB, Kyle Shanahan certainly didn't mince any words at all in his winning at halftime. The family safe version, we've got to get our act together and right away. He cited the penalties and the missed opportunities. We're playing a good team, and we have our chances. We have to execute. To add to the challenge on the injury front, we already saw the injury to Brandon Ayuk in that final drive. This is him being carted off after the half, pointed to that right knee. Only going to make the tall task even taller, guys.
Yeah, no doubt. First, it's Mahomes who lets one fly deep down the field.
Outreach.
That was possible to Xavier Worthy.
Oh, and he put everything he could into that. And he's been looking for Worthy down the field. This is what he does. And there's no way to keep up with that 4.2 speed. And one thing Patrick did talk about coming out of the bye week was saying, I'm really not throwing the ball down the field much, but when we do, I gotta hit it. And that's, even though they're winning 14-6, he's looking at that like, man, those are the ones I gotta get to them. And
Kevin, speaking with head coach Andy Reid going into the half, he said he was very happy with the way his team was able to move the ball when they lost Juju Smith-Schuster early in the game. That's something this Kansas City team has dealt with all year, dealing with these injuries. Remember, coming out of the bye week, being efficient in the red zone was a very big focus, and Andy Reid saying to me, points are so important here, guys. He said we have to put the hammer down right here.
Yeah, they haven't been good in the red zone today, or today must have been a 2 or 3. 3rd and 8 here.
No!
Especially after the interception, you're looking over at the ref like, did he do that?
Now can the 49ers take advantage? Second interception today by Mahomes as he starts from the 23. And here is Mason, and that run game has been stymied today.
Back to that. Yeah, he's got him, and he lets it go, and I like the decision. But again, when you just expect a young receiver, again, we said he hasn't developed quite the trust, so you throw it short or you throw it deep. We saw the deep one on the first play of the series. Now you try to throw an intermediate one, and it's just, it's not the type of play that builds trust if you're the quarterback.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, we give you a chance, you get outside, that's what I wanted, but you can't fall down.
Well, the 49ers, they can't run the ball today. They've been hit behind the line of scrimmage 75% of their punt plays. And the reason for this, second and 10. There's Purdy. Blitz is coming. Purdy in trouble. I mean, Bolton came flying in on the blitz, and Purdy had to unload, and now it's 3rd and 10 just like that.
Again, the strength of Spagnuolo's pressure rusher package is he's going to get free rushers. When he decides to blitz, he gets more free runners at the quarterback than any defense in the league. He said, this is what we hang our hat on. This is just Bolton to 5-man protection, and there's nobody to account for him. And again, you're Purdy, you're standing back there, hopping your feet around in the pocket, and there's no time to make a throw.
Today. So this is not a gimme.
Well, and look at that defensive line already set up. They are covering those A-gaps inside. There are a lot of bodies, maybe expecting a quarterback sneak. They're going to sell out on this play to stop it.
It is a quarterback sneak, and you check is a little strong, and that should do it. Let's see where they put him. And it is a first down.
Wow, creative quarterback sneak right there. Let's get you shaking them behind you a little push. Their own little version, and again, all those bodies inside, that is a lot of muscle you're pushing. And they get enough for their little half yard. Good job by Brock, really lowering the pads. I ran a lot of those in my day. I always felt like I needed to get below the linebackers, kind of wormhole my way in there to get the first down.
What's that? On the fence, he's got Kittle. He hits him. James Kittle now. Tries to get on the lead. He kicks it on the ball. Kittle picks up a nice one. About 8 yards on first down. We're going to give him about 9.
There you go. Little run, little play action. Pull it, get some open receivers. Good creative play design. Again, Kyle's looking into that call sheet and saying, how can I just get some 3 yards? Not free, but let's say ones that don't always have to be those tight window throws. So, really good play call.
He's checking the wide receiver down. Now he comes in motion.
Give it to Mason.
What's up? They will. Mason slides that first down. It's a first and goal. Bakersfield every yard is tough today.
They do it, especially in the interior of that defensive line by the Chiefs. They are so stout in there. And again, that linebacker group they feel like is such the strength. Coached by one of my old coaches of the Patriots, Brendan Daly. He loves that group. Tranquil, Bolton, Chanel. They come up there and they support. But it's just kind of force on force and see who wins it.
They got 3 tight ends on first and goal.
Deception on the board. That was 2 deceiving quarterback sneaks. That was pretty sick.
That was pretty good, and it worked. And now they'll elect for the extra point. Now the team's trying to tie it. Carlson misses it.
He missed the extra point. Yeah.
Tackled there at the 34. And now a special message from Pizza Hut.
Order from Pizza Hut's $7 deal lovers menu and get all your favorites like pizza, wings, breadsticks, desserts, and drinks for just $7 each when you buy 2 or more. Scan the code to order now. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
That sounds pretty good right about now. 14-12 Chiefs. Long way to go in this rematch of Super Bowl 58. Here is Mahomes off the fake. Chiefs, and both of these guys, right, with Nagy and obviously Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan, they're considered among the best in the league, if not the best play calling. And when you're so diminished with injuries and things, they're still finding a way to get these teams down the field.
Yeah, who ultimately does a better job in the play calling when you do get diminished? It's, again, we talk about adaptability. The Chiefs have done a great job of that. Patrick, again, finding these quick throws that are high percentage plays.
He goes to Sky Moore, his first catch of the year. It's only his third target of the year, and it's third down and one.
You just get it's going to be close here. Not quite sure. That's incomplete.
So
yeah, just as you think about this play, I'm sure they're going to challenge that. That's pretty easy to see. And the quick review that you love, right, Mike?
I love what's called the expedited review. If you can get that to eliminate and they're going to talk about it, say expedited review, let's get it changed. Let's not take 2 minutes.
yeah, it's not hard to see.
Nope.
Yep, it's an incomplete pass.
It sounds official.
Before the challenge flag was thrown, replay assist, thrown incomplete pass. Third down.
I don't call Shanahan likes it because he gets to keep a challenge. So that does make it a 3rd and 10 a little different.
Part of what I love about Coach Reid is this ability that he can succeed with whoever is out there. And he's just got this stoic part of his nature that he never looks flustered. He's a football coach. He loves it. He gets his players in position. They love playing for him. He's as great as they come.
This crowd is into it. 3rd and 10.
That's the matchup.
It's blocked up. Mahomes gets hit. Throws it deep for Kelsey. Incomplete. Charvarius Ward, the edge chief. They're knocked away.
Patrick, as you would expect, is looking for his go-to guy. He gets him on the double move. Out up stalls Ward's feet, but Ward just has that great makeup ability because of his speed and his length to get back into the play. Terrific defense play. I love the play call. You're thinking Kelsey, he's my guy, as he should be. And just good defensive play.
There's a rise over. Yeah, this is a rocket. Now he goes against over his head and the pass into the end zone, so that's a break for the 49ers. Well, they try to take a shot to Kelsey. Today, the injuries have played a part. Each team has lost a receiver in game. 49ers have lost San Francisco ball on their own 20.
Yeah, not exactly what you'd expect, but again, I think the credit goes to the defense. And again, looking at last year's Super Bowl is a different thing, but both defenses were so exceptional, and they've been that way today as well.
Let's go back to that 3rd down try for Kelsey.
Yeah, he had a great opportunity. Patrick, as you would expect, he's got his go-to guy. Travis Kelsey runs the little stutter out, and you see Ward take it. And Patrick, I wish he would have just thrown it right there. And that little extra hesitation allows Ward to recover. Again, we always talk about the margin of error. In the NFL as a quarterback, it's so slim. And when you just wait a fraction of a second, that's 3 yards. And 3 yards down the field, he's got a shot to do that. So, again, he wants to continue to improve that, and they're not going to get all those plays down the field. But when you do, you got to take it.
Injury. During the game with a knee. Deebo Samuel got sick before the game, tried to play a few snaps, and then is ruled out. So they are down to the 4, 5, 6, and 7 wide receivers for the rest of this game. 2nd and 7 here, down by 2 in this 3rd quarter.
Your
big Trent Williams. What a mauler he is. You're trying to get it to Pierce all across the field, but again, just no separation, tight window throw. Even that, he's got to flatten that more, get back to the quarterback, try to create that horizontal separation. But again, you're relying on these young receivers. You can't put all the pressure on these three guys who have not really been in the game. But I do like the play call. Run the ball to Mason, play action pass, try to spring them open, and they just didn't get open. Run the keeper, and he runs. Okay, now let's get it back to him and get Mason on the ground. So put a little pressure on that Chiefs defense. Put a little pressure on that defense in front that wants to rush the passer, that wants to blitz him. Again, this is a situation now where Spags feels like the D coordinator for the Chiefs is like, okay, they're get a little random. Let me make a call and try to stop him. Send someone, set up a pressure, get someone extra in the front. Run. And there's Steve Spagnuolo. He's been the bane of my existence. I still have PTSD from some of those blitzes in the 2007 Super Bowl, but I know my friend Michael Strahan says he's the greatest guy in the world, but I don't want to hear that. I do not want to hear that. He's been the bane of my existence. What a coach he is. With these Chiefs, seeing Eddie Reed going back to the days in Philly, and even before that, back in 1989. What's up? 7-6 for the All-Pro. Just outstanding coverage. Good coverage, and again, this was Spags. Did he recognize the pressure? He got the pressure. And then you throw the ball up there to Conley, who's, again, maybe your fourth or fifth receiver, and you're going up against the top corner in the league in McDuffie. But it was a good blitz pickup that ended up being a six-man pressure with something that the 49ers have really struggled against. Good pickup, they just need a little better execution. 49ers only 1 of 8 on third down today. 3rd and 6 here.
It's picked off, yes.
Between Bell, who hasn't been in there much. When he breaks out, he breaks pretty flat. Maybe Purdy thinks he's taking a little higher angle. And again, too much air on that ball. And just an easy interception. These turnovers are critical. He pretends like he's going to drop back, and then he has to add himself to the rush, and they get a corner blitz. So this pressure package we talked about early in the game about forcing the 49ers to handle that. Purdy feels a little uncomfortable in the pocket, even though they did a decent job protecting it. But then an errant throw right when you're in field goal range, that's a huge turnover for the Chiefs defense. Through the 25, he goes on first down. It was amazing, and I know Juju Smith-Schuster got hurt in this game, re-injured the hamstring, but having him come back and having Kareem Hunt back in the fold, and just coming back and slide right in like they haven't missed a beat. Yeah, sometimes it happens where you're kind of incubated into a system and you have a lot of success, then you go somewhere else on a free agent contract and you get back, and you pick up right where you left off. To the 37. Yeah, I know you a little bit more on Kareem Hunt, don't you?
Yeah, he's having a big day today. He had a big day before the bye week versus the Saints. 27 carries, 107 rush yards. Andy Reid telling him you're going to spend a couple of days in the cold tub after that. He told me this week I spent 4 to 5 days in the cold tub after that one in the bye week. Patrick Mahomes saying to me it was so impressive what he was able to do to
was originally, obviously, drafted by the Chiefs. Third round in 2017 is a biggest grab. Former teammate Tom.
Yeah, I love Jay Watt. I played with him in Tampa, and just such a great guy. Does everything the right way, plays hard, in the right place, doing the right thing. Love seeing him have this type of success.
He's running through people right now. Hard to bring down another first down.
Again, it speaks more to what we talked about earlier in the game with this offense. They just go forward. And Patrick sees an off corner, so he just throws the hitch. Then he gets him to a 2nd and 4, then you counter for a first down. You stay on track, you run the defense. If I'm the Niners, load the box, force some of these passes, and get up there tight on the receivers and don't give them the easy throws. Make their skill guys earn it.
Play callers and the relationship with Nagy and Andy Reid and how they get it to Patrick.
Yeah, and Nagy ends up is the voice at Patrick's helmet, and Andy Reid's the play caller. So in some ways he calls to Nagy, hey, I want this particular play, and then Nagy's got to look down at the call sheet, figure out what he wants. Sometimes calls it off the top of his head, spends a lot of time trying to memorize every play on the call sheet before every game. That's ridiculous. He's a very talented coach. He'll probably get another chance to be a head coach in the NFL. So I know how Patrick really loves him. He knows football. He knows quarterbacks. And when you rekindle with Patrick, everyone loves Patrick. It's a great third down to watch. See if Niners can come up with a stop. But expect some man coverage. Get on those guys. Force him to make these tight window throws. Between those two, and Travis only has 4 catches on the day, but they all seem to be big. He has just incredible chemistry with Patrick. There's such an art between them. They have this ability to complete a pass that's called in a huddle, and then there's when Travis feels like something's open, he can adjust the route, and then if Patrick doesn't see that, he scrambles, holds onto the ball, makes the play down the field. Just tremendous chemistry between those two. It doesn't look like much, but that's what this offense does. This is what we studied all week watching them. Give it to Kareem Hunt, they go forward. They're efficient. They stay ahead on down and distance. They're penalized, not much. They haven't taken sacks. Even when Patrick is pressured, he doesn't take many sacks. So it's a good style of offense. You got these heavy groupings.
Oh, he's going for it.
Awesome. Look at his eyes. And even that little pump fake, he probably pump fakes more than any quarterback in the league. And because they know he can throw that, Lueders comes in a little high, out of control. Reminds me so much of the Tennessee championship game from a few years ago when he scrambled down the sideline. What a play.
That was unbelievable. 33 yards, multiple fake skating balls, 7 seconds and third. His punt at the middle. Denied after 1.
Can't say enough about him. Even when he doesn't have his best day, he's got a 37 quarterback rating. He's got 2 interceptions. Neither of them one batted at the line of scrimmage as they run out of the third quarter here. But
That is the other quarter, number 3.
I just love this picture of his eyes. Look at that. Oh, I'm going to throw it. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to slow you down with my eyes, with the pump fake. I'm going to get you to stutter your feet. Patrick's totally decisive when he's running. He knows what he wants to do. But look, he ran a 4.8 coming out.
football.
Back to that run in the third quarter, 33 yards. That was the longest of Patrick Mahomes' career. And you think back to that Super Bowl, he had 66 rush yards in that game. He led them in that game. And really the last drive, the 4th and 1, he ran for 8 yards. The zone lead, that's what killed the Niners.
And I think in those critical situations, if you're the Chiefs, the ball's in Patrick's hands.
Yes, touchdown. Oh, hold on. There's a flag on the field.
They were holding Travis on it.
Holding number 27 defense. The penalty is declined.
Yes, defense.
Discipline. There's nothing you're going to do behind the quarterback. And Patrick running through Mustafa. We saw Mustafa running through receivers and Jordan Mason. Excuse me.
It's a big kick. It makes it a two-possession game. The extra point by Butler is good. What a drive. That 33-yard run for Mahomes. And then the finisher on 4th down makes it 21-12.
Just terrible pass rush discipline by the 49ers. They all run past the quarterback. The easiest thing for a quarterback to do is just step up and unbucket. And you give that to someone like Patrick who's looking for it. No chance to stop that.
Well, let's transition to this. Friday night on Fox, game one of the World Series. Catch baseball's best to begin their final fight for the crown. Coverage Friday, 7 Eastern on Fox. Yankees are in. Waiting for the winner of the Mets and Dodgers. They'll play tonight. This is what we got tonight. Game 6 in LA. Mets stayed alive with a Game 5 win. So what will they do tonight? Will they force a Game 7? Find out. The Yankees are waiting for that winner.
There has been some great baseball, KB. And you know what? I love seeing you on the TV covering baseball.
Oh, thanks. It's been fun.
Your crew. What a crew you got.
A-Rod and Jeter. Here's Mason. Mason gets to the edge outside. And nice little pickup. 7 yards. On 1st down. So now the 49ers down 2 possessions. We have an injury, and that's Jalen Watson, and he went down in the last. And limped off the field with a little help. So they're checking on him now, the starting quarterback for the Chiefs. Did a nice job this year. Najee Johnson in for him. Really was kind of a battle to the end who was going to start at quarterback, and they gave him the first shot, and he's done a nice job to keep that job. And now Johnson get his chance. As the 49ers down 21-12 here with the ball. Here's Purdy. Pressure on his face. Steps away. Gets away. Miranda has a fumble out of bounds. And let's see.
It goes outbound.
McDuffie trying to keep that alive. One of the great plays on the sideline. Whenever the ball's batted for a defender,
that spot was a 1st down. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, such a good play, though. Just a heads-up play for a young player. McDuffie got the ball back inside. Good catch by Guendo. Good strip there. Oh, he got his foot out of bounds anyway.
Oh, you're right. Good effort, though. So it is a 1st down. Mason back to the game running back. This time, Purdy's got time. Looking deep, takes a shot for Hughes.
lined up on Chanel, who I think is just one of the most underrated players in the league. On this defense, they absolutely love him. He's versatile, he's strong. He had an unbelievable Super Bowl. This group of linebackers is playing so well, stopping the run, covering people down the field. They love this group. I can see why.
There's 30. Incomplete. Hit the ground looking for Pearsall. Aaron Andrews, how hot is it on that Chiefs sideline? You're there.
Well, it was supposed to be about 84 degrees. I can tell you this sun beating down. Most teams, they like to bring tents when it's very hot and bright on their sideline. Not the Chiefs, man. They use the backups of the offensive line to protect their starters right there. I will say, though, I'm watching Patrick Mahomes. Nobody stands in front of that guy. He just takes it.
Boy, that's it. You know, hey, guys, stand up, do the backups, and then take the sun beating for 3.5 hours. Oh, my goodness. 3rd and 10 here. What's coming?
Holding.
The initial mark is he's a hair short of a first down. Let's see what the penalty is, though. And the signal is that it's on Kansas City.
Yeah, looks like Najee Johnson had his mitts in there.
Back to the pass. Holding. Number 13 defense. 5-yard penalty from the previous drive. Automatic first down.
Look, they don't have the 49ers many man-to-man beaters out there. This is their guy. They're going to have to rely on Kittle. Just the angle route. Gets open on Roland Wallace, who, again, hasn't played much. KB had a great interception, but they're going to have to find those mismatches. Great play there by... They marked him back a little bit. Gives him the first down anyway.
By the way, with the total all the wide receiver injuries, Brock Purdy today, 4 for 13 targeting wideouts. Here's Mason trying to get around the edge. Really carrying it on the stop.
They're just doing such a good job stringing those plays out to the sideline. They let the cavalry come. They got Brendel on the pole. They're just not enough movement into the defense. They're running sideways for too long. And Mason, even though he's a physical runner, you're not gonna run through some of these really powerful D linemen that are making these tackles.
By the way, Aaron wasn't kidding, huh? Mahomes just takes it with squinty eyes, no sunglasses, just letting the sun beat down.
This is Carol Oakley's. He's usually got on down there. See him run into the stadium. He's on the sideline.
Catches today, that one for 41. But he was a really good player. I mean, he really only Rome Odunze had more receptions in the Pac-12 last year. He could fly, 4th-round draft pick, and but they're going to need a couple of those that are going to throw off this game. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, he relies so much on his speed, and boy, he's got it. He just banged it right by him. I know Debo wishes he was out there. We all wish we were seeing Debo out there. But other guys are filling in and giving these Niners a chance to get some damn good defense by the Chiefs. This offense has been so good in the red area, KB, but just not this year. Way down there in terms of red area statistics, and they just have not been able to run the ball in. And there's so many tight windows once you get down there inside the 5-yard line. You've got 22 bodies. They're almost 25th in the red area this year. Just so not what they're accustomed to. But massive play. Spagnuolo doesn't let these up easy. Let's see see if they can handle any pressure that's thrown at them. There's Chris Jones.
It's off again! Yes!
Just is relentless on McKivitz, and it's just Purdy thrown into double coverage. I'm not sure where he's trying to force that ball. Hicks is literally standing right there, and the ball doesn't come out great. But again, even if it does, there's nowhere to go down there. Another red area problem on this one is way worse than even an incompletion. And third interception of the day. It's 11 for 25. This is so unlike him. Again, gives Spagnuolo a lot of credit. They're giving him different looks. Just one of the great coordinators, and forcing through a pass rush, as well as a diversification and coverage to create so much uncertainty where Purdy's going with the ball.
Here is Hunt trying to get to the outside. It's amazing. I mean, two guys that don't play much with two key interceptions in the second half. Here's the pressure from Karlaftis. Kyle Shanahan. Can't believe it. You talked about it, the red zone issues, but I'm talking about the young guys, right? Justin Reed went out. He got hurt in the play previous to Jaden Hicks, and he barely played on defense. And then earlier, Chris Roland Wallace, who's barely played on defense, has an interception, and they turn that into a touchdown. Game-changing plays from some more young guys for the Chiefs. That's a first down. That time, a real factor. It's a two-possession game with 8:41 to go.
Two-possession game, 9 points, and this is where the Chiefs are just so good. They're efficient, not explosive. We haven't even seen any explosive plays today, but what they are doing is they're not going backward. He's taking a few sacks on third down, but for the most part, they're handing the ball off, gaining positive yards, keeping the third downs manageable, keeping the Niners defense on the field. Time of possession, 28-minute time of possession. So that wears on you as the fourth quarter comes along.
Here's Field. Off the gut, big hole, and he's up there, but not before. Pick up back on the 7 yards.
And again, I think I got to give a lot of the interior guys, Tooney, Humphrey, Smith on the inside. So much of their run game goes inside. They invested a lot of money into that part of their team. And in games like this, that's what you got to rely on. You say, all right, we're going to hand the ball to our big back. We're going to get behind all our power, and we're going to force you to stop it. And they just haven't done a good job of that. That Niners defensive line has not stood up to that physical challenge presented by the Chiefs' interior three.
Looks like he has it from here, but they're looking to mark it a little bit short. We'll see. Third down and less than one. Chiefs today rushing the ball 158 yards, passing the ball 114. Any way you can do it, right?
Any way you can do it. They're pushing Juju Schuster-Smith out there, and they're finding other ways to get it done. Lots of personnel groupings, a lot of big, heavy groupings. I expect a handoff here.
Flip to Worthy, stealing up the top. Good enough for a first down to keep the clock moving. With under 7 to play now. That's what you were talking about at the start of the show, how they have morphed. And with the injuries and with some free agent losses, they just find other ways to win. Like today, they lose Smith in the middle of the game.
Yeah, and it is. It's the adaptability and the maturity of an offense and a coaching staff that's been together for a long period of time. You have Andy Reid as the figurehead. You have Nagy who's back. You've got Heck as a great line coach. They can solve problems quickly. They've done that all day today.
7 straight run. Here's Hunt off the right side. Right now they're just happy to get some yards and run down that clock.
Yeah, and it's just fatiguing if you're the defensive line. Even if you think about the defensive rotation the 49ers have had early in the game, get so much pressure. How do you pressure the quarterback now? You don't even know that they're going to throw the ball. They're just handing the ball off. So now you got the defensive line sitting on their heels playing more run blocks. Now that actually gives you a chance if you do want to play action pass gives you a great opportunity for some time in the pocket. So I'm not expecting you to do that.
Pretty unbelievable considering that the top running back is out. He has been out, Isaiah Pacheco. Just incredible plug and play with the Chiefs for 3 months. And he will set the ball down. But, you know, the longest run, the biggest play today was Patrick Mahomes on that 33-yard run. We set up the touchdown that he scored a fourth down.
Big Mahomes scramble, the biggest play. They threw one ball down the middle of the field to Noah Gray. One Hardeman sweep for about 20 yards. So not a ton of explosiveness. And again, they win a lot of close games. They're 5-0, 11 straight wide. They're going forward, playing really smart football.
49ers have to have this. 3rd and 8.
Kelsey and all those other guys out, and Noah Gray stepped up, and I'm just so impressed with him. Look at him run through contact. That was hard to see. There's a lot of bodies in there. He's dealing with the strength of the 49ers off defense right in the middle of the field. He Fred Warner, but you know what? He doesn't care. Patrick steps up into the ground as he throws it. You've seen that so often. What a stud.
Inside the 45, Green Punt is carried 22
The timeout is called by...
Jordan Love and the Packers take on the Jags. 4-4, Josh Allen Bills take Geno Smith and the Seahawks.
All the Packers take on against the Jaguars next weekend. Well, timeout's called by Kyle Shanahan.
The 49ers catch their breath a little bit. It's been a long drive.
Thank you. Even look at the way that the Chiefs have run, and they're running the ball inside. And guess who the Niners are missing? They missed earlier, Hargrave. He's been out. That's an effect. They have over $67 million in cap space that's on reserve list. So that's a challenge. You got McCaffrey out, obviously, all season. Then today, Debo, you got Ayuk out. So you're dealing with just so many people down the line, and even on defense. It's a big challenge. Injuries play a part of every year. You face a lot of adversity. I'll say the Chiefs have handled it so well today.
Under 4 minutes ago now, the 49ers called their final time.
Another timeout's called by Kyle Shanahan.
By AWS, and it is Mahomes running around, buying time, doing what he does best, and running when he has to.
Here it is on the scrambles today. Just dropping back again, looking for. There's just one guy, not the best pass rush discipline, but a great scramble by Patrick. He's so decisive when he runs. He's decisive when he throws. He's decisive when he runs. And there's just a little trickery. Give him a pump fake. Ball's on the left hand. Oh, let me fake it again. Winters is a little out of control. And then just scrambles down there for his career long. Pretty cool to watch him scramble and extend plays, extend third downs. Those critical moments, just like the Super Bowl, Kev, just like you said earlier, the ball's in his hands.
Check him out here. His passer rating today, with that, it just went up. It's 44. He's got 41 rushing yards. So he had more rushing yards than his passer rating. Just showing you finding different ways to get it done.
Yeah, and again, I speak to Andy Reid and his ability as a play caller to adapt to any situation. None of these players want to disappoint him. He's so authentic. He's been a quarterback whisperer his entire career. Not many coaches adapt like Coach Reid does.
Yes, touchdown, we won! Oh, hold on, there's a flag on the field.
Flag here, never saw it. It was right in front of the official. I think this might be after the play, but let's see. Because I never saw it during the play.
Neither did I. They're pretty clean. There was no one even there to hold. They were on the other side of the field.
Points. I think that's it.
Call the play. It was a touchdown. After the play was over, there's fouls on both teams. Personal foul, number 64, offense. Personal foul, number 2, defense. Those fouls offset. Try for point.
Absolutely on cue. Creative play calling. Unique runs. Get the ball to Hardman. There's nobody there. They're all playing these runs to boots, and next thing you know, get the ball to the edge. It's just not inside runs to hunt, to just this unique creative play style that they do. They get you some 3 yards, and Hardman's the beneficiary there as he's been all day. And what a clutch performer he's been for this team since the day he got there.
12 plays, 80 yards, 6:23 drive to essentially finish it.